Okay, I'm about ready to start. Hello everybody, how you doing? Just waiting for the room to fill up. Been a busy day with the news, as well as some silver info. So I'm just going to wait a couple of more minutes if you don't mind. I'm almost done. Another second or two. And let's go to Kitco News for our silver and gold information. All right, I think we're rocking now. All right, thanks for tuning in to another overtaxed taxpayer. Man, the shit's going down. It is going down. So I just put out 2 videos before this live stream. I hope you check them out. But just to summarize, a lot of news is not covering this. Impeachment hearings have begun. Led by Shifty Shift. Adam Schiff. Impeachment hearings have begun. None of the news is covering it right now. It's all being done on the hush-hush, on the low-down. You'll find some information if you have C-SPAN 3. I guess there's multiple C-SPANs. It's being covered on C-SPAN 3 as of when I last looked. They're going after Trump based on more whistleblowers that are coming forward. Wow. Whistleblowers are just coming out of the woodwork. No different than the Kavanaugh hearings where somebody from the early 70s comes forward. Yeah, he had a beer party after work and he raped me. Yeah, it was back in 1975. Yeah, nobody witnessed it. No, definitely nobody witnessed it. Well, these same types of witnesses are coming forward again. And again, I'll repeat myself. The Trump impeachment hearings have begun. Led by Shifty Adam Schiff. COVID-19 put out a video about President Trump. I woke up early this morning. It was still dark out. Went in to put in about 3 hours of work. And when I got into the car, I was bombarded with the local news. Boom, Trump got corona. Melania got corona. And I automatically knew what was going to happen. And when I got home, it was like picture perfect. Everything I assumed that was going to occur has occurred. It is all orchestrated. And news media outlets are loving it. They're hoping Trump dies. But they're going after... what was that med that Trump was pushing? Chloroquine, hydrochloroquine. They're going after hydrochloroquine. They're going to go after how he was passing fake medical advice. And they're going to go after this guy hook, line, sinker. This is their last attempt at winning the election. This is the very last one. I mean, aside from stealing it and suing for it, when the counts don't come in their favor, they're going to go and sue for the elections. But they're going to call this guy everything from a walking virus, how he infected half the world and half the world population died because he didn't wear a mask, and the hydrochloroquine, how he was passing fake medical information. You're going to see the whole gamut to discredit everything that this man fought for and believed in, and how he ran around without a mask. I have news for you folks. Trump did run around without a mask, but he was upfront about it. All the other, can I say all the other? All, as in its entirety. All the other news media outlets and politicians only wore their mask when there was a camera pointing at them. Biden, he doesn't wear his mask. Only wears it, the big black one, when there is a camera pointing at him. Nancy Pelosi, same thing. Only wears a mask when there's a camera pointing upon them. And if they're unaware of a camera, they're not wearing their mask. Hence the nail salon, the hair salon thing. So I think all of them are against the mask. Just Trump is honest with you. They're going to use this guy as a walking epidemic. How he just got people sick for 6 months just from walking around. So they're going to do everything they can. But most importantly, what they're going to do is this. And I do believe he should quarantine himself, which he's already volunteered to do. But they're going to push this quarantine just like they pushed the shutdowns. Oh no, he needs to be quarantined for at least a month and a half. You mark my words. You know, there's only the incubation period, which the CDC says can be 5 to 10 days. If he starts to feel any symptoms. Okay, then to get over the illness, average time, just a few days. It's like a flu. We'll just call it a week. That's 3 weeks. They're going to push this for we'll just go with two months at a minimum. They're going to want him to quarantine himself for 2 months. And what is it? It's to shut down his campaigning because he's kicking ass. It's to shut down his rallies. It's to shut him down. And it wouldn't surprise me if they being the Dems, try to postpone the election. And, get those mail-in ballots all printed out. Signed and delivered. That's what'll occur. Anyway, let's talk about some silver prices. I like I said, I put videos out just before this live stream if you want to go see them. Was working for you since 5:30 in the morning. All right, silver. Let's take a look at silver. Silver and gold, for that matter, is both of them show down, but they're not really down as of from yesterday that I can see, because when I ended my video and live stream, it's exactly where I left off. It's $23.86 for 1 ounce of silver. Gold is $1 less than where I left off yesterday. It is $1,903. So there's your silver news in the afternoon. I am hearing whisperings, though, that silver might start to make another ascent upwards in the next week or two. How much of an ascent, I don't know. And whether that is factually true, I don't know that either. I've lived long enough on this planet to not believe anybody, but listen to everybody. Cryptocurrencies, though, for those who are into the crypto markets. Let me cough again here. Oh, by the way, did you see my Digibyte shirt? Thank you so much. Cryptos, pretty much the important ones are down. I'm hearing rumors that XRP is going to freaking explode in the next 30 days. Again, this is just as what I'm hearing. Holds no weight to it. But if you're a holder of XRP, things might be looking good. My two favorites, obviously all the others are, and all the others of importance are downwards. My favorites though, I got to find my favorite. Digibyte, upwards, just by 1.58%. It's still shooting at 2.5 cents. So that's on an upward trend from yesterday, which I think was 2.3 cents. But let's say THETA. THETA is just, this is an excellent time to buy, folks. If you're looking to get some THETA, it is 69 cents right now. I would love to see that come down. I really would. But I'm afraid we're looking at the last few weeks. We'll say the last 2 months of THETA being under $1. I do believe within 2 months of this time, we will not see THETA under $1. If not very close to it. I got all my THETA, I would say the bulk of it, right around 13 cents. It is now 1/10 of away from 70 cents, folks. I'm saying 2 freaking months. You're not, it might have a couple of random pullbacks, but you're really on a regular timeline, on your everyday average, you're not going to find THETA anymore under $1 very shortly here. So definitely get it. This, along with Digibyte, are gonna. I'm not saying when exactly, but I have a feeling within 1 to 2 years from now, the combination of THETA and Digibyte are gonna make people very wealthy, depending on the volume of coins they've purchased. Getting back to you, the subscribers, I was actually just reading my screen. I forgot to expose my screen to you. A lot of times I switch screens and I'm reading news. But I have to learn to keep remembering to show my screen and share that with you. Anyway, I want to say hello to a few people. Acceleration rules. I want a Mark Dice I love global warming t-shirt. That would be, I love Mark Dice, not in a gay way, but I do like the guy. If Slow Joe wins, that's bullish for metals and cryptos because the Democrats will tax the new millionaires to death. Let's talk about that. I want you to understand something. He said it, and I've told you this for years now. Normally, you're not taxing the millionaires who've retired, right? I mean, you've already taxed their investments and whatnot. Everything that you could tax, you pretty much, not 100%, you pretty much taxed. What Joe Biden says is when he's going to raise taxes, anybody under he's going to raise basically everybody's taxes above $400,000 and above. But really, what taxes exactly? He never tells you that. And I'm here to tell you, federal taxes. Okay? Federal taxes is what he means when he's going to tax the rich people. Now you got to understand, you're not taxing people federal withholdings from retired people. They're not receiving that kind of they're not receiving a paycheck, so to speak, where you can tax federal tax dollars from it. So who are the people? They're people who are making a profit. Who is making a profit? Those are business owners. Please understand the mechanics of doing business. It's the mechanics of business, how an organization operates. No organization pays taxes. None. If you were to start your own store, you would not pay taxes. Now, what do I mean by that? You personally do not pay taxes on it. You collect the taxes from the products that you sell, right? You collect those taxes and then you have to forward them either to your state or your federal. I'm over summarizing it. I'm oversimplifying it. Those are the taxes. So if they don't pay taxes, then the consumer pays the taxes. Remember, what do? They take the taxes from you. It goes up to your state and federal government from withholdings from their deposits or whatever. I'm trying to articulate this as best I can. So when you raise taxes on a business owner, going by my business model, the mechanics, he just passes down those taxes to you, the consumer, by the ways of higher prices in goods and services. Because taxes are based on a percentage. So it would be, let's just say, I'm just throwing a number out there, 10% sales tax, we'll just say, we're just using sales tax on a $10 item. Now, what if that $10 item had a tax increase to $15? 10% of $10 is less than 10% of $15, wouldn't you agree? So you can see how this is nothing but a manipulative politician saying he's going to raise taxes on business owners, but really intends to pass them down to you because he knows the mechanics of business. He knows that business owners just transfer any higher cost of doing business down to the goods and services they sell. They themselves do not pay those taxes. Now, I will admit quarterly, they have to file I believe it's quarterly, they have to file their own taxes, and from there they'll pay their own taxes. But the bulk of the taxes the politicians really truly are trying to pass to you, and at the same time saying they're not going to raise your taxes. Anybody who makes less than $400,000, we're not going to raise your taxes. But the people who make above are really business owners and have no choice but to raise the goods and services. Very shifty politicians when they say every year they're not going to raise your taxes. Every effing year they're not going to raise your taxes. Yet it seems like you're broke and more broke and more broke as the years go by. How is that? They'll pay their own income tax from their own income, but as a business they don't pay it. It's collected. Let's say hello to a few people here. Imperfect citizen. Any thoughts on restructuring the Royal Silver Company? I have no clue. Thank you though for stopping by. Gabriel D, long live and prosper. He must be a Star Trek fan. Same back to you. Game of Thrones, what's up? Dylan doing. Happy Friday over tax, picking up my paycheck and going to the local coin shop. Awesome, man. Awesome. Frankie, thank you. House phone, hello. Who else is here? Richard Young. I want to say hello to some new faces. Richard Young. Yeah, the news is going freaking ballistic. They're freaking loving it. The news that Trump has, Corona, they're just loving it. This is just what they live for. Freaking, and when you listen to divisiveness, true divisiveness, who is really doing the dividing? So as far as justifying the vax, I don't know. I really don't know, but I can tell you like I said earlier, Trump impeachment hearings have begun. They've already grilled the pharmaceutical companies that are claiming they can actually achieve Trump's goal and get out a vaccine by the election period. They don't want that. The Dems don't want that. So they're grilling these reputable pharmaceutical companies. Just grilling them, hoping that they can stop this vaccine from coming out. They don't want any good news about Trump coming out. So they're going to discredit and make everybody look bad. And it's a shame. It really is a shame. Again, I'm not a Republican. I'm telling you how I see it with No rose-colored in these glasses. Who else is here? Silver Wolf, Silver Game of Thrones, Christopher Cortez. Best thing we can do as Trump supporters is vote. Absolutely. In person, folks. In person. JK Pioneer, thank you so much. I wanted Mark Dice. Yeah, I saw that one. Wes, hello, overtax, crazy pandemic going on. Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if it was all a ruse? So one of my other favorite YouTube channels, and you can give him a shout out if you stop by, JSnip4, Realist News. He believes this is all planned, but I'm doing this, but not by the Dems. He believes this current Trump this Trump infection, Melania and Doug's. I said Don. What am I doing? Donald Trump's and Melania's, as well as what's her name? His something Hope, or I want to say Nikki Haley. Somebody came out with claim they're positive. They're claiming that this Trump. Jason Four is claiming that this might be a plan of Trump. So you got to check out his latest video. And he makes some compelling arguments, as well as show some screenshots of some historical notations, I'll just say. So go check out his video, and while you're there, say hello to me, for me. He doesn't know me from Adam, but it would be nice. He's got a nice following. So he believes that this is actually a plan put in place by the Trump campaign, by the Trump people. Ray Finkel, thank you so much. Jersey Gal, thank you. John Turner, sup. Charles Wilkie, every single time money changes hands, they get a cut. Absolutely. And anytime they raise the minimum wage, why do you think they love raising the minimum wage? Why? Well, we all, from our paychecks, just from our paychecks, pay approximately 30% out of all our paychecks. I calculated my paycheck. Between the state and federal taxes, it comes out about 30% of my paycheck. Do that to your paycheck. Now, let's say they gave you a mandated minimum wage increase. 30% of currently what you make versus 30% of the new elevated rate. So why do you really think the government wants to raise the minimum wage all the time? You think they really care about you, folks? No. The group of people who benefit the most from a minimum wage hike is actually the people collecting taxes. True fact. The people getting the minimum wage increase, again, the businesses have to compensate for that by a couple of means, whether it be laying people off, shutting down business, moving out of state, combination of all this stuff. But one of the primary ways of mitigating those extra costs of elevated wages is increasing the prices of the products that they sell, as well as the goods. So the person making minimum wage normally can get 10 food items, we'll just say. Now all of a sudden he gets a minimum wage increase, runs to the store thinking he can get 12 food items. Lo and behold, he can still only get 10. Because why? All the prices were just raised. You're not getting a pay raise, folks, unless you're getting purchasing power, additional purchasing power. By you going to the store and everything is higher now and you're still only able to get 10 food items, you have no additional purchasing power. Who made out in the deal? All right, let's just say you did. Let's just say you were able to get 11. Who really made out? It's the government, state and federal and local governments, folks. Who are we kidding? Got a splinter. Let's see, Richmond, I guess that's Virginia, restaurants were protesting a proposed meal tax, which passed. Then the same restaurant owners continued to support Democrats who taxed them to death. Sure, because the Democrats got a noose around their necks. you don't support us, we just tighten the noose. And besides, restaurants, again, just pass down those taxes to the consumer. Their ham and Swiss cheese sandwich just went up a little higher. Their enchiladas with refried beans and Spanish rice just went up a little bit on the menu. Their Coca-Cola. You can buy a freaking entire 2-liter Coca-Cola at Safeway for 99 cents. Is now $1.99 for a freaking cup filled halfway with ice. Yeah. Pristine Green, thank you. Fast Eddie, hello. America's doomsday planes have mobilized or in the air supposedly due to Trump's illness. Well, they need to take out CNN and MSNBC and ABC and MSLSD. Well, think about this. Trump is actually in a moderately high risk factor. He's slightly obese, right? He's up there in age. Wouldn't it be funny if that lady that came out yesterday, what was her last name? Hope something? I don't know. Really a very pretty lady. Wouldn't it be funny if Melania and him both came out of this? Nobody died. 3 out of 3 lived. He gets on television. We're just proof that this virus is a big exaggeration. He'll tell you, I've never claimed that this virus did not exist. I'm just telling you it was greatly exaggerated. The fact of the matter is, you and I wouldn't even know this virus existed if it weren't for the news media outlets telling us the world's coming to an end. Because almost none of us know of anybody who's gotten it. I said almost none of us know anybody who has gotten it. It has been greatly exaggerated. It has been put out as a fear-mongering tactic to keep you at home, to keep you from voting in person, in order to steal the mail. Dice's television. People get more and more broke because of loans and interest mostly. I never took one single loan in my life, never gonna do it, and because of that, I just get richer and richer each year. Thank you so much, Dice TV. Wouldn't that be funny if that was really the Mark Dice TV? That'd be so cool. What an honor it would be to have somebody like him looking at my little video. So I'm going to take the wife out. We're going to do some pre-Christmas investigations, so to speak. We always do that. We're not going to really buy nothing. We're going to look in the stores and just get the hell out. You know what I'm talking about? Been locked up. We're just going to freaking go one of the nicer areas in town and just walk around, have lunch, and just scope things out, get gift ideas. That'll be fun. Hope Hicks, that's her name. Confetti, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hope Hicks came down with the corona yesterday. And wouldn't it be funny if all 3 came back? Yeah, our tests, they were positive, but upon double checking, it turned out to be a false positive. Oops, sorry. Democrats. And they're spewing their hate right now. They're spewing it. It's disgusting. I will give this to Biden. I don't like the man, but I will give this to him. Him and his wife came out and wished the president Melania well. They got to give the guy credit, right? So that's awesome. Italian G, appreciate it. 10 Days of Darkness. Not a Jay Snip fan at all. That's okay. I've been with the guy following his YouTube channel since 2009. I like the guy. I don't agree with everything he says, no more than you agree with me. I like his stuff. He's got a great channel, though. Great delivery. Great time to be watching him. And he does some really good investigations. He's got a lot of time on his hands now that he quit his job. He can really look into the material and do some research, and he really gives some good insight to what he's talking about. Do I agree with everything he's saying? Absolutely not. Shout out from Melbourne, Australia. Overtaxed, still enjoy life. That's awesome, man. That is freaking awesome. Thank you so much. Overtaxed. He or she has named themselves partly after this YouTube channel. Overtaxed, still enjoy life. From Melbourne. Thank you so much. Just buy Bitcoin and forget most crypto alts equal garbage. I agree with that statement. Most are, but not Digibyte and THETA. Yeah, it is funny how Dennis Martinez, how he goes to the debates. And everybody has it now, right? Who's to say somebody couldn't walk by his microphone and aerosol that microphone real quick? When nobody's looking, you aerosol the COVID on there. I'm just saying. Who's to say? Well, they could have done that anywhere. Roll Tinderman. If you can get out of debt, it will help things as they get more expensive. I'm sticking with gold and silver, no crypto for me. That's awesome. Again, I do gold and silver myself as well. Let's see. So Trump gets COVID-19 33 days before the November 3rd election. Hello, Freemasonry, symbolism, and numerology. I'm bored with this world, ready to go to heaven. Awesome. Thank you. Who else? What's up, my friend? Marcus Oakes in the house. Thank you so much again for your generosity. When you said you were sending me some theta, okay, I thought, okay, he's gonna send me, 15, 20 theta. I look in there, he sent me 40 freaking theta. That is amazing. Thank you so much. I can't find any information on C-SPAN covering a second impeachment. C-SPAN 3. It's on my television. And all you need to do is Google it. Google C-SPAN, DHS hearings. They're going after. They were doing the Department of Homeland Security, grilling them, trying to find out information from them and whatnot when they actually closed down. And when the Amish were asked why they aren't living in fear and haven't been affected by any insanity from 2020, their answer was simple. We don't watch television. It's amazing. Again, wouldn't even know freaking coronavirus is out there if it wasn't news telling us we're going to all die. Oh, the hospitals are full. Yet the hospital nurses are coming out leaking. No, there wasn't hardly anybody in here, at least from the corona. The people that were in here were being labeled as corona, but they really didn't have corona. JK Pioneer, thank you so much for being here. Jim Turner, if you're stacking silver and gold, make sure to put some treasure in heaven too. Absolutely. Absolutely. But God, while we're on this channel, oh my Lord, while we're on this earth, God wants us to try to survive, not just rely on Him. And that might have come out wrong. He wants us to work hard. Let's put it that way. I take that first statement back. He wants us to rely on Him. He wants us to have faith. But if you read the Bible, He wants us to work hard. Idle hands. He does not like idle hands. And when you work hard, you are making a profit. Yeah, Eric Venerus. I agree. Maybe it's like the flu. Everybody's going to get it. We're going to all get over it. We're going to have it. It's going to be like chicken pox and the mumps. We're all going to have an immunity to it after we get it once. I believe I got it. I believe it was beginning of the new year, January. I was sicker than a dog for like a week, called out for a week. I'm not going to take any vaccine. I think our bodies automatically will build up an immunity, like I said. That is a natural virus. I'm not taking anything made by anybody right now. I haven't taken a flu shot since 2001. Refuse to. I don't care if I get sick. Jaybird, thank you so much. I'm agreeing with you. My prayers go out to the Trumps. VT Outdoorsman 802, I definitely think you must say pretty much. Think what you said pretty much. He's probably given the virus at the debate. Yeah, I don't know, though, if that, it'd be so easy to pass around anything. But at the same time, why not just aerosol something more deadlier in the air? So, I'm talking out of turn. I'm talking just to talk, I guess, when it comes to that. Chances are Hope Hicks got it. She's in the inner circle, and she is the one who accidentally gave it to the Trumps. So that's probably most simplistic answer, most reasonable answer for that matter. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge. Okay. Just happened to be just before the election. Absolutely. Hello, brother. Good hearing from you. Ricardo Martinez. Thank you so much. Next pandemic coming in spring. Pregnancy all over the globe. Acceleration. I think you're right. There's going to be a bunch of babies floating around. And it ain't going to be because of the water. All right. Who else is here? None. Thank you so much. Cosmic Logic. I never took a flu shot either. Never got sick. I get the flu once a year, regardless of whether I get the flu or not. I get it. And then I get a cough that lingers on for like 2 months, if not a little bit longer. After the flu is gone for me. It really messes with my lungs. Pristine Green again. Richard M., they said his audio at 60% of Biden's and Wallace. They had his audio at 60% of Biden's and Wallace. I think the president did a good job. He had a fight back. Otherwise, he would have been steamrolled. So anyway, I really would ask everybody if you give me a thumbs up if I'm doing an okay job. Just give me a thumbs up, please. Yeah, I hope President Trump recovers really well. There's no reason why they shouldn't. We just gotta. Yeah, he's fighting really hard. Jaybird, take this time to get out and purchase some medals. I want to. Mr. Bastian, 770. There will never be a COVID vaccine. Viruses mutate fast enough. And I agree with you. Viruses are so delicate anyway. They claim, you shouldn't be swimming in a swimming pool. I'm sorry, folks. Chlorine, it'll kill a virus. Research on Google how fragile a virus is. It's very fragile. More fragile than a bacteria. Bacteria are not fragile. I just don't believe it, I just don't believe it. Not saying it doesn't exist. I have acid reflux also, Richard M. Definitely have acid reflux. The better I eat, the less it's noticeable. But I notice it most when I go to sleep. And if I lay on my left side. Brian Holm, thank you so much for being here. Italian G, unfortunately, Trump dampened his victory being a bit too much. Clorox injections, alrighty. Well, I am going to take off. I'm going to go take a shower and be ready for my wife. Get ready for my wife. We can go out, like I said, do a little bit of shopping. We're going to just do some, look around, get some Christmas ideas for people who are in our family and whatnot. We're not going to be buying for friends or anything, just immediate family members and whatnot. So we'll see. If I know my wife, she'll drag me into a jewelry store. Let me see, who's this? Cosmic Logic. President Trump, on one hand, did say he had the virus last night, but this means it will promote more fear and more restrictions now that the president has it. I think we will be in shutdown again. We'll see. Again, this left wing, they're going to push anything. They're going to, no crisis shall go to waste. Ruger bought Marlin rifle business from bankrupt Remington. And I never was a Marlin fan. John Turner, have a nice time. Well, anyway, folks, have a great day. Please go back and look at my past 2 videos. I just uploaded them. I really would appreciate it. It helps me out every time you view it. And your support always helps out. Take care. Yeah, guns. I would love to get a Barrett.